Live from Atlantic Canada's #1 news network, the ATV Late News. With John Waterman, this is the ATV Late News.
Good evening. There still appears to be some confusion surrounding CN rail orders for Sydney Steel. It was thought things were cleared up this weekend when Revenue Minister Elmer MacKay said in Halifax that Cisco would be getting 80% of CN's rail requirements. Premier John Buchanan has said he's still not satisfied with that and he wants to see a memorandum of agreement. And adding to the confusion this weekend is Solicitor General James Kelleher, who has told people in his own writing of Sault Ste. Marie that MacKay has said nothing new. Nova Scotia Premier Buchanan has dismissed rumors he is about to retire and says he will be at the helm of the Progressive Conservative Party when the next provincial election is fought. Speaking at the Nova Scotia Tory Party's annual meeting this weekend, Buchanan was elusive about when Nova Scotians can expect the next election to be held. Buchanan has been Premier of Nova Scotia since 1978. Another 2,000 jobs are likely to be created in the Nova Scotia forest industry as a result of a new federal-provincial agreement. That prediction from the province's Lands and Forest Minister, Ken Stretch. Ottawa will spend $22 million and the province $16 million on forest renewal and silviculture over the next 2 years. The project is an extension of the Forest Resource Development Agreement. The Nova Scotia Power Corporation expects to begin construction this year on a $250 million thermal generator at Trenton. The plant, beside an existing facility, will take 4 years to complete and will burn Nova Scotia coal. The government announced almost a year ago the plant would be built, but didn't say exactly when. Now let's go to the weather. And first of all, the satellite pictures from this evening. We were under the influence of a very weak high-pressure ridge today. That is now moving away from us, and a low-pressure center in Quebec is moving toward the Maritimes and will bring snow and some rain with it beginning tomorrow morning in New Brunswick and spreading east during the day. The forecast, cloudy skies tonight, flurries in Cape Breton, PEI, and northern New Brunswick. Temperatures in New Brunswick, -9 in the south, -15 in the north, -10 in PEI, -5 to 8 for Nova Scotia. Monday, up to 10 centimeters of snow in New Brunswick, 5 centimeters of snow in PEI beginning in the evening, 5 to 10 centimeters of snow beginning in the afternoon and evening in Nova Scotia's mainland, occasionally mixed with rain along the Atlantic coast. In Cape Breton, flurries will develop in the evening, brisk northeast winds developing throughout the region during the day. Temperatures on Monday, -3 for New Brunswick, the same in PEI, 0 to +1 for Nova Scotia. And the outlook, cloudy on Tuesday with snow in Nova Scotia and PEI, sunny on Wednesday, cloudy with flurries on Thursday. Turning now to sports, the Moncton Golden Flames completed a weekend sweep of the Fredericton Express today with a 4-2 victory in Moncton. Doug Kostinski, a 23-year-old Boston Bruins prospect, scored 2 goals for Moncton, which had beaten the Express 4-3 yesterday in Fredericton. Wade Campbell and Brett Hull also scored for the Flames. 2 afternoon contests in the NHL, the Quebec Nordique and Winnipeg Jets were winners. The Nordique had a 2-1 victory over the Bruins. Randy Mahler's late goal was responsible for that win. And first period goals by Randy Carlyle and Thomas Steen led the Jets past the Kings 3-1. Elsewhere in the NHL tonight, the Sabres down the Blackhawks 7-4. Another AHL game tonight saw the Oilers beat New Haven 8-6. University hockey action today, Mount Allison beat St. Mary's 7-2. Hockey great Bernie Boom Boom Geoffrion has been released from a Quebec City hospital. Geoffrion collapsed from exhaustion yesterday at a Hall of Fame exhibit. Originally, it was reported that he suffered a heart attack. The Western Conference, led by Seattle's Tom Chambers, 34 points, defeated the Eastern Conference 159-149 in overtime in the 37th annual NBA All-Star Game. Leading the scoring for the East was Moses Malone with 27 points. It was the first overtime victory ever by the West in the highest scoring All-Star game in NBA history. It was the first victory over the East by the West in the past 2 years. In golf, Nancy Lopez cruised to victory today with a final round 2 over par 74. That was at the Sarasota Classic in Florida. She finished 3 strokes ahead of Kathy Baker and Anne-Marie Pally. Lopez's 4-day total was 7 under par 281. At the Hawaiian Open, it came down to sudden death between Corey Pavin and Craig Stadler. Corey Pavin birdied the second playoff hole to win it. Pavin and Stadler had tied with 18 under par scores of 270 after regulation play. To tennis, 5th seed Tim Myatt claimed the top prize today at the U.S. Pro Indoor Tennis Championship in Philadelphia with an easy upset victory over 4th-rated John McEnroe. Myatt scores over McEnroe 3-6, 6-1, 6-3, and 6-1. The final of the Just for the Fun of It Diet Coke International was played in Halifax this afternoon. Everyone thought going into this that Gabriela Sabatini had a good chance of beating Manuela Maliva. Turned out Maliva beat Sabatini 6-2, 6-2 to take the $25,000 top prize. Bill Elliott easily won the Busch Clash at Daytona today, driving a Ford T-Bird. Elliott earned $75,000 for his first victory in the 20-lap, 80-kilometer dash. The Gary Mitchell Rink of St. John has won the 1987 New Brunswick Men's Curling Championship. Mitchell claimed his first ever provincial curling title with an 8-5 sudden death victory over Grant Audeshaw of Moncton. Mitchell now advances to the Labatt Brier in Edmonton next month. And that's our report. I'm John Waterman for everyone at ATV News. Good night.
This is ATV.